Gold, the most valuable metal in the world. For thousands of years, humans have relied on gold to make jewelry, coins, and other valuable items. More recently, they've used it as a collateral to secure loans and mortgages. But why do people place such an intrinsic value in this rare metal? In this video, we'll look at the history of gold and how that makes it so valuable in the modern world. It has been called the tears of the sun, and it's been used in everything from important ancient offerings to the gods, to king tombs, and to your grandpa's crown filling. That's right, it's gold, and the word alone carries weight. Gold has been highly valued since the very beginning of civilization. But why exactly is that? How can a shiny rock that can fit in the palm of your hand and be worth the same as a car? Today we're going to answer that question. Gold has maintained its high value for many thousands of years. The fact that in 4000 BC the Egyptians already had the mineral and had already begun to use it for amulets, and in some writings of the Egyptian kings that it was as common to find as dirt, in this respect is remarkable. About 5000 years ago in Mesopotamia, gold was first used in jewelry. Then in 1091 BCE, small squares of gold called yin yuan were used as currency, and that was followed by ancient Persians and ancient Greeks who began using gold coins. Ancient Greek philosophers such as Plato and Aristotle believed that gold was a thick combination of two things: water and sunlight. Their mention of gold showing up in running water was very accurate. However, their math on the other hand was slightly off. Science proves that all the gold of the earth originated from the collapse of a star. That's right. Your shiny wedding ring and even your grandparents' gold teeth are a result of a supernova million years ago. It is speculated that gold particles sank down into the earth, sinking towards the planet's core and all the way down to the center. As the years passed, the gold started finding its way out of the earth, getting closer to the surface and deposited in veins by the heat of warm and cold water. This happened as a result of tectonic shifts. Many underground veins reach the surface because water erodes them, carrying gold and other valuables downstream. One such example of this phenomenon is John Sutter finding flakes of gold on the American River in 1848. Which started the gold rush, bringing over 300,000 people to California and resulting to $81 million of gold being mined within a 10-year period. 20 years later, in 1990, Congress passed the Gold Standard Act, which made gold a redeemable asset that was supported by currency. Just 20 years later, Franklin D. Roosevelt outlawed gold ownership for U.S. citizens just to small quantities. American citizens were forced to sell their gold at a fixed rate of $20.67 per troy ounce to the U.S. Treasury, which stored it in Fort Knox of Kentucky. The rate exchange between gold and paper currency, as well as the law governing private ownership of gold, was eliminated in 1975. Yes, gold has been through quite a lot over the past 7,000 years, but one more important thing remained the same. Gold has always been valued. Before it became traditional to use money as currency, people had to rely on items that were already used for currency. Of the 180 known elements to mankind, only a few of them could serve as an adequate exchange for trade. There are a lot of gases, obviously, that would be unacceptable to carry around. Scary radioactive elements like uranium and plutonium would be too difficult to carry in your pocket and use locally. Though if we did, we would probably have a very real zombie apocalypse on our hands. There are other elements in more everyday use, like copper, silver, or titanium. But these substances have less than desirable traits. Aluminum, for example, is too weak to be used for anything of significance. On the other hand, titanium is too hard to use. It can only be melted at 1000 degrees Celsius, and people in ancient Mesopotamia didn't have the technology to melt it. Iron is easy to manipulate and plentiful in terms of quantity, but it would make a good currency because iron corrodes, and there is so much available of it. To give you an idea of how out of hand abundance can get, consider an acre of gold in front of your house. Gold would not be valued very highly if everyone could have it for free. Conversely, really rare materials like platinum are difficult because they're not often found in places with varying economies. So instead, we're going to use metals like silver and gold. Gold isn't deep enough to be devastating but is deep enough to be considered to have worth. Gold is also flexible, so early civilizations can bend precious metals into what they desired. Even if their minds design things like this, gold is moldable. It's really indestructible. That means that any gold used by Mesopotamians still exists today, and the gold we're mining today, for centuries, it will be a symbol of our lives. Thus, another reason gold is so valuable is that humans like shiny things. We love our sprinkles, we love our presenters, we love our chandeliers, and we love shiny gold. Recent scientific discoveries have revealed that our desire for shiny things can be linked to our inherent thirst for water. The next time someone scolds you for indulging in material pleasures like flashy new car, point out to them that it might be hereditary. There are four reasons gold is so valuable. Number one, it's scarce. Number two, it was easy for our ancestors to use. Point number three, it's durable. And number four, it's shiny. We like that. If a casino in Vegas offers to put gold flakes in your mixed drink, the gold can't be that bad. The answer may be surprising and it's a bit more complicated than you might have expected. Right now, if you melted the world's gold, it would form a cube 68 feet to the side. As a benchmark, that cube of gold is the same size as the baseball infield, so it's not much. 47% of the world's gold is in the form of jewelry, with the remaining percentage being invested in things like coins and bars. That would leave to the other 50% that goes into various other areas such as gold and tech, buildings, and dental work. However, when our supply of gold increases at a predicted 2% annually, it is worth mentioning that there are still millions of tons of gold that we have yet to mine. There are likely at least 20 million tons of gold in our world's oceans. 20 million isn't pounds, tons or thousands. 20 million is 20 million. In fact, according to estimates, the amount of gold found in our oceans is probably equal to $771 trillion. Some scientists and those desperate to make a quick buck are seeking a way to access that gold. Yet to date, they have yet to solve this complex problem, and many doubt that they ever will. For starters, gold veins that deep would be located miles below the water surface, and it would be a laborious process to extract them. It is impossible to predict the future, but the value of gold will hold in the future, as it has in the past. From all the information we have, it seems like gold will retain its value. Yes, it can be seen to drop in the short term, but as it does long term, it stays intact. Well, that's the background on gold, how it became so valuable, and what might happen to it in the future. What do you guys think? Some might think gold deserves such a high value. But do you own any? Leave a comment for us below. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment.